Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in again. Today's video, I have got something new just coming from China, and this is what we'll be reviewing today. I've bought their Heimdallr SKX and it's just arrived. So the shipping from China was temporarily stopped, obviously everyone knows, because of the coronavirus, and they are shipping out. So I was waiting quite a while, but the actual shipping was 3-4 days. The reason being it was so quick because I did actually pay for the extra fast shipping, which now I wish I hadn't. Just a quick note on that: if you do actually pay for express shipping, that's where DHL get involved, and 10 out of 10 times you're going to get whacked with the custom charges. So in hindsight now, I should have just gone with the regular shipping, but you know, me being me, I wanted it quicker, so lesson learned. Anyway, to the watch. So the watch arrived, just took out its box. It came in one of these presentation boxes. Now I always make a point to speak about the packaging when I receive these Chinese watches, because it is important, because when you buy an OEM watch, whatever, you know, you get the packaging with it. It's kind of part of the package, is a value add item. So I was pretty disappointed straight. Well, I am pretty disappointed. These boxes, they're like a couple of pounds from eBay. You can get them from China. And on my previous Heimdallrs that I've bought, when I bought the 62 mass homage, it actually came in a those hard plastic cases, which it was a generic box, no doubt, but it was still better than I believe what they've sent here. So far not impressed with the packaging, let's just say, you know, but it does the job. The watch, it has arrived safely, and they've thrown in a warranty card. Now this is from the actual Heimdallr website. They had a little discount code, so I had my eye on this for a while and I thought I'd buy it. You know, let's check out the Heimdallr SKX. So this is me just unboxing it right now as we speak. As you can see, it's pretty well wrapped up. So if you give me, let me just unwrap this and I'll get back to you. So we're done. That wasn't too bad. It came off pretty easily. So here we have it, the Heimdallr SKX. You know, the SKX model of the Seikos is actually really blowing up right now in the current market, due to obviously it being discontinued, and all the fanboys out there are just buying them. There's also a massive modding culture around the SKX. It is a very iconic watch, known for its super reliability, so it only makes sense that you'd get a homage of it. Now out the box specifications, you've got a ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, which we will test later on in the video, and it comes with the NH36 Seiko movement, which is the same as the NH35 with the date function as the original SKX has. So I like that they've stuck to the NH36, kept the date complication with the day. So first impression, let's have a look at it. It looks really good. Actually, it does look really good, sorry. There's nothing straight away that stands out. Yeah, it's a nice looking watch. So let's get some close-ups. So I gotta say, I am a complete sucker for sunburst dials, sunray dials, and I think they look amazing in green, and blue. They look great in blue as well. So with this, there are a few variants of the SKX. So Heimdallr do quite a few variants. They do quite a few color combinations, which is good. And I think over the SKX, you know, you haven't got that need to possibly mod this as much, or change it because of the variety that's coming. There's two distinct versions on the actual Heimdallr website. There's this one, and this comes in like blue and yellow and orange. But what I find on the others, the chapter ring stays, it's the same color as the dial and the actual bezel insert. So I do feel it does need something to break it. There was another version of this in the green, but which came with a silver chapter ring, which in my opinion looked better than this, but unfortunately it was sold out, so I went with this. So straight away we can see, so the indices on the dial are similar to the original SKX. You've got your chapter ring, and as you can see here, the bezel and the chapter ring are perfectly aligned, which is not the case on the genuine SKX. Okay, really large loomed indices here, so you're going to get some cracking loom off this. It's got the standard bezel style as well. Go around the case. Great level of workmanship, no sharp edges. So you've got high polish along the side, and you've got polish here, and then you've got brushed, circular brushing here. Very nice case indeed. A nice quality to the bezel. Nothing really out of place at all, nothing stands out. But it is a really nice watch. Moving on to the crown, as I mentioned, it is a NH36 movement. Okay, so the date change works. There's a hand wind. Screw down crown as standard. Yep, no problems there. As you can see, the Heimdallr logo. I really do like the Heimdallr logo. And you got automatic divers 200 meters at the bottom. Obviously it's not ISO certified, but again, when you are looking at the watch, you got screw down crown with the gaskets. Case back's gonna have your gaskets, and obviously you're gonna have a gasket below the bezel, so there's no reason why it can't perform to that. It just doesn't have the certification of a dive watch. Let's have a look at the case back. Nice solid case back. It would have been nice if they went with the display, the see-through exhibition case back, seeing that it is a homage, but they've tried to obviously keep it as close. What's this on the back? To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Custom made. Yeah, I don't know why they've put that there. They should have just stuck with, you know, the specs like stainless steel, sapphire, whatever. NH35, you know, that's nice on the back there, the Heimdallr logo, but that's just really silly, to be honest. I'm not a fan of that. But we can see here on the inside of the bracelet, solid end links, and I want to talk a little bit about the bracelet. Now the bracelet has been a sort of down point on some of these Chinese watches, but let me tell you, this bracelet absolutely looks fantastic. It reminds me of the Super Jubilee, the Angus Jubilee, because you've got these two ribs that stick out here, they protrude. As you can see, it's like very tight fit, nice. No drill lugs on the side, but the original doesn't have one as well, so we got to bear in mind that it is trying to homage the SKX. But it would have been nice if they put those little upgrades in there, so it'd give you an edge over the original. Yeah, the bracelet is, I gotta say, there's no edginess to it, and normally you do feel sort of edginess on these bracelets. It's the same for the 62 MAS, so there's no rattle on there. There's just a usual rattle because it's a Jubilee, so you get a lot of play in that bracelet there. So you're brushing on the sides and high polish down the center. And again, brushing on the sides, and just the center ribs are high polished. And the most important thing for me is, yes, they've gone with the milled scissor clasp. Fantastic. And they've got Heimdallr written across there. There's nothing special about that. It would have been nice to have the logo as well. As you see, no signed crown, which isn't a biggie. It's not a big issue. But they can, I mean, they've got the potential to go all out. So as you know, with the price point of these watches, they do have the potential to go all out, and it doesn't really add anything extra to the cost. So far it's a cracking watch, and you've got your standard bezel insert in there, being ceramic. Let's do the click. Oh mate, listen, the sound, I'm aware across, it's not going to be coming across the best over the camera, but it is very tight and very precise, and that's a reoccurring theme with this end of the China watches. I don't know how they've done it, you know, fair play to them. Seiko can't manage it yet to date to have really solid bezels that line up perfectly, but look at that, there's no plate in that bezel, and it's the same for all of them. If you look back onto my videos, I'll make a point of that. And just a note on here, I like how flush this sits, so it's flat and you've got your lume pip that sticks out. That's actually absolutely amazing. I can say I am pleasantly surprised with this. So this is definitely a keeper. Okay, let's do some specifications. Let's do some measurements. Let's have a look at the case diameter. I'll try and be careful not to scratch it here. So you're looking at about 42.5 on the case diameter. Lug to lug, what have we got? 45.8. And then the actual thickness, where are we? About 13 mil. So not the slimmest of watches, and I don't really mind the thickness on that. Bracelet size, let's have a look. Yeah, so it's a 22 mil bracelet, which I'm glad it's not a 20 mil. Straight away I can see a benefit to this. Obviously most of the watches out there are 22 mil, so you can always check the bracelet off this, and like I said, it's a lovely bracelet and you can put it on a different watch. What do we have here? Oh, for a second I thought they were screwing. I was a bit excited. So let me size this up for myself, and then I can put it on the wrist. And we're done. So I've sized it up. I've got a 6.5 inch wrist, and this is my actual sweet spot. So normally, with the normal bracelets like the oysters, I remove, I like to have 2 links on each side, and I've done the same with this. But because this is the Super Jubilee, the links are slightly smaller, so I've had to take out 6. And I also adjust the micro adjustments here to the center one. Okay. There's one observation I've made on all my homages have been, I believe, all divers. None of them have come with a diver's extension. Now, obviously, having spoken to a couple of real divers, no one really uses dive watches anymore except just hobbyists and whatever. But I don't know. There isn't really a need, but it's added if it's a dive watch. So when you do get a Seiko, you do have the extensions on there. So none of these come with them. So I don't know how I feel about that really. I think it should be there just to cover all bases, but it doesn't at the moment. But having said that, I'm very impressed with this watch. Normally by now I do notice a few flaws, a few things that could be better. Regarding the watch, I have literally no negatives to say as of yet. So I think it looks fantastic. Let's do the authenticity test with the sapphire. Right, the probe is ready. Where are you? Yep, that is sapphire. Just give another touch there. Yeah, so it's moved up quite a lot. When you notice with the non-sapphire, it sticks right, yeah, it sticks close to the bottom. So as a comparison, there's your Heimdallr, and then let me get something non-sapphire, so I know the turtle isn't. As you can see, it just moves up one, so clear indication. So yeah, that's confirmed. On that note, let's try a loom shot. Now I am making this video in the daytime, so I've turned the lights off, but it still isn't fully dark. But yeah, really bright loom. The loom on the hands is quite bright, very visible. So yeah, I've done the loom shot, wrist shot complete. Now I guess what's left is to quickly summarize. So from the top, not impressed with the overly generic packaging. You know, Heimdallr do expect a lot for watches now, so their prices are going up. If that's the case, you know, they need to come through with the actual branding, because as a lot of people know, there's a lot of people on AliExpress, and, you know, a lot of people are wisening up as well. These are just cases, to be honest. So what the companies are doing, just putting their own logo on there. That is, I think, what stops them being micro brands, where, you know, you can get the actual case from a factory in China and print whatever you like on there. What I do like is that they are going up, they are speccing it out. They're not giving us because really and truly they could just come back with a standard spec, hard legs and non-ceramic as well. But packaging, they need to improve on that, definitely. So that's the first standpoint on that. Regarding the watch, I can't think of any in terms of quality. As you guys have seen, amazing quality. I'm really impressed with the bracelet. I hope they continue with really good quality bracelets. I'm impressed with the bezel, very tight, you can't complain. There's no play in there. It's better than the original SKX on that side. Love the dial, love the sunburst pattern. I think it makes the watch look classier, gives it a bit more value as well. Another thing which I would say, again, these are just small things I'm trying to nitpick here, is what's written on the case back. Absolute nonsense. There's no need for that. It's like a fortune cookie quote, which, you know, or rather they just write the specs on there. And yeah, normally I do have a few things to say, but it's a brilliant watch. Honestly, you get a lot of spec, you get a lot of watch for what you're spending on there. You cannot complain at all. You know, this is a high-end Chinese watch, absolutely super reliable, ceramic, sapphire. What more? You couldn't really ask for anything more. The only thing you could do to tart it up a bit is obviously your silver chaptering. You can still make slight changes, but as it sits, absolutely beautiful. So there you go. So as always, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm always thinking of different content to put out for everyone. Please add a comment, let me know your thoughts, and hit the like button, and see you next time. Thank you.